It looks like it's a little bit too wet for beach volleyball here. Yeah. Really beautiful weather today. Still a little bit coldish. Yeah. Even a little bit of ice on the car in the morning. But yeah, beautiful day. All in all. And we went for the lake.
Woohoo!
So another almost midnight. Oh, not quite. Not even 10 p.m. But yeah, another cellular hunt because I've probably left it at work. Don't know. Yeah, if I would have been more awake, I would have probably gotten the tracking one. She has the Tile app, but apparently it hasn't one on her phone like for over years, and that didn't help. Or maybe she created another account there, which is always like, yeah. Actually, we created a Dashlane account for the family recently to have like the passwords, the ability to share them between all the devices and all the platforms, which works quite okay in my case, but yeah, not so good for everybody else in the family, I guess. Yeah. It's just what you want to do in the middle of the night. Drive around, searching for the cell phone. Hopefully it's here. If not, yeah, the night will be longer. So, I think it's officially, like calendar-wise, spring now. So, yeah, and you can hear the birds. They're already on it. Still like freezing temperatures in the night, but in the daytime it's already getting like not too jacket-free temperatures, but yeah, close to wearing a lighter jacket temperatures. So it's like to me it's like when it's 10 centigrade plus. Usually it's like the temperature where wearing a warm jacket becomes untangible. Usually so. But it's like it's a very complicated word in German. It's like a Übergangszeitjacke, like the transition time jacket, and that's when you have like we're switching between climate extremes. I have always, for me it's like it's always, or I dislike this times a little bit because I have the talent or misfortune to be always dressed wrongly in those situations. So like either too warm or too cold. The problem is when you with too warm is when you start sweating, and then actually your too warm clothes get too cold in an instant, especially in certain weather conditions. It can be quite extreme. So yeah. I think for me personally, I feel like the whole Corona thing has greatly. I haven't had so many colds and stuff since the whole mask wearing and staying at home became a thing. So that's maybe less allergy, less whatever. But yeah, I guess it's probably on the energy side. Like I guess the FFP2 mass or NH95 do protect quite good against like the allergens and stuff. Yeah, I think it's day 7 in the Ukraine today. Still not much news there. It's like yeah, it's difficult to gauge the situation, but like I think it often feels like Russia has already lost, but of course they have a tradition to material and manpower into the ditch till it's filled up. So it's like I really just hope that the Russian population will overthrow the government sooner or later, because like we are talking very much about how we are hitting the oligarchs, the rich people in Russia, but I think the common person on the street is probably much more affected. Like people are losing all their money, or the inflation in Russia skyrocketed so high that like 1 ruble is less than a US dollar cent. And I remember times where like the ruble was like around, I think like it was like 20 to 1 against the Deutsche Mark when I was a child. It was like, especially I think before the Bretton Woods thing, where they untangled the international financial, or like we had this fixed exchange rate thing till like 72, like long before I was born, but like from the end of the Second World War till Bretton Woods, there had been fixed exchange rates, and I think it was like something like you would have need, I think, 20 Deutschmarks for 1 ruble or such something. But yeah, that's like 50 years ago, or 50 years ago. Oh, exactly 50 years to check. I don't know, it's 1972 or 78, but yeah, remember times where 1 Russian ruble was real money. And now it's like nothing worth at all anymore. And like Germany has a tradition, or we had this period of hyperinflation in the 20s. So that's always like in the German psyche. That's a really big worry. Interestingly, that leads actually to Germans be much more invested in saving accounts and stuff instead of stocks and bonds and stuff, which is probably exactly the wrong reaction, securities wise and such. But generally Germany there's a huge fear of hyperinflation, because what happens with us is that all your savings get destroyed, and yeah, your pensions lose all their value. One reason we have this, we don't have like in Germany, our pension system is working that way that it's called a generational contract, and it's like the young people pay for the old people. And one of the main reasons, therefore, is the experience with hyperinflation, where when you had the pensions invested on the free market, the huge fund or something, like for example Norway, that then when something like hyperinflation happens or currency change or such, that actually, or a huge byproduct was that all pensions were lost, or like when you saved like 20-30 years for your pension in the form of financial products, and or it's all coupled to the currency, then having a period of hyperinflation does destroy your pension, and you on the end of your work life, and probably in the 20s also on the end of your ability to work, and then you get hit with hyperinflation and you lose everything, and that's a really bad situation there. This is probably something, I think it's not quite hyperinflation yet in Russia, but if they continue the war, it's probably going in that direction, or will be, because like with the sanctions going on, the war going on, soldiers needing pay, the supply situation of the Russian army is already bad, it seems, like food and fuel and maybe not so much ammunition, but food and fuel are low in some parts, like they're having to leave behind equipment because they don't have any food for it to go, and it's like partially, it's like the like some or many soldiers didn't know they go to war, and then they skimmed their food and sold it like corrupt quartermasters and such. It would never happen in the West. Yeah, but like maybe not anymore today, but yeah, like here my hair really looks terrible. Really have to be thinking about going full bald, but it's always a bad optic in Germany due to all those neo-Nazis doing that, but not really happy with the whole hair situation. But yeah, situation looks bad in the Ukraine. And probably even worse for Russia. I need to get my other child to go to school. Yeah, spring is finally here for real, I guess. Look there.
Ja, es ist. Papa, es ist eingefroren, aber ich will sehen, ob. Papa, ich will sehen, ob es in echt Eis. Nö, ist nur